Ladies and gentlemen and jury of the court, it is my distinct honor to come back on here for another installment of Transformation Greatness along with the Small Business Network podcast. And as you can see here, I'm pretty happy and stoked today, and it's been a very busy day nevertheless. But welcome once again to another exciting episode. I am your host here, Sean A. White, and we're going to be setting up this series in which I'm so excited and happy about, and I'm going to title this the Lightworker series. So I'm excited to really talk about this and what this is going to be about and who I like to bring on board. So do me a favor, if you will. I know it's the afternoon, especially here on the East Coast, and I know a lot of you guys are pretty busy, but do me a favor, if you will. If you should happen to come on this live stream, in the comment section, put in hashtag live, guys. Let me know exactly on where you're tuning in from. And if you should happen to catch this on a replay, then go ahead and put in hashtag replay. So on this episode here of Transformation Greatness, along with the Small Business Network podcast, I am going to be introducing a series which is called the Lightworker series. So now you're probably listening and you're probably saying, okay, Sean, what are you talking about, man? What are you talking about, some Lightworker series? What do you have going on here? Well, to let you know, guys, the Lightworker series, and this is something that came to me, and I believe it was another spiritual download by my higher power. Since that, I'm a firm believer as far as with being a giver. Right? A giver of time, a giver of a person's gifts and talents, always looking for ways to serve and give value in other people's lives. This series, I wanted to be focused on the light workers, the change agents, the servant leaders, those that are truly making an impact in this community, in this nation, in this world, in your respective communities. And I would like to interview these individuals. Now, they can be CEOs, CFOs, vice presidents, presidents. You can be a small business entrepreneur, or guess what? You don't even have to be any of those, but just someone that is of value. Because with light workers, what I have discovered, ladies and gentlemen, these are men and women that are always looking on ways to how to serve, how to add value in other people's lives, in their respective communities, in their respective places, because they understand that it's so much more easier to follow the crowd, right? Or to catch up as far as what society is doing. It's easy. It doesn't take any willpower, any brain power whatsoever to be negative, right? Because we see that all over, our social media and everything else. But it takes a certain man or woman to really say, you know what? In order for me to be the change, to create the value, the impact that I'm looking to seek in my respective communities, in my household, nation, in the world, I have to be that example. So I'm looking for individuals such as you that think like me, that say, you know what? I'm just looking for inspired change. I'm looking to motivate and encourage and inspire the masses. I'm looking to bring value, and I have something to say. And if that is you, I'm going to be reaching out to selected individuals, but also as well, if you are watching this, and you're like, man, you know what? That's something I would love to get inspired behind. And I would love to be a guest on the Lightworker podcast series. By all means, please feel free to either raise your hand, put in the comment sections like, I'm interested. Or if you have my personal contact number, please feel free to reach out to me. And let's set up a time and date, because I believe in 2024, this is our time. I'm currently doing a series, or I just did a series with the Power series, in which I talked about anywhere from the power of language, right, to even with action, right, with the power of movement and that sort of things. And it's all a movement, guys. It's all a power. And with the Lightworker series, there's another type of power. There's another type of momentum. There's another type of, I would say, emotion that's surrounded by light workers and change agents such as yourself, because your voice is needed, and it's needed to be heard, because with so much which is going on, we need, as far as for the light, to cancel out the dark, right? Obviously, you can't have light without dark. You can't have winter without spring and summer and fall. So this is a great way as far as to balance out, right, the ecosystem, balance out as far as, spiritual forces at bay. And I'm not talking about stuff that's like woo-woo or anything like that, so don't misunderstand me. But I'm interested in this series, as I interview individuals, of those that's really doing the positive change, that's really out there, making things happen. Whether you're a speaker, whether you're a consultant, whether human rights, right, advocate, equal rights, if you're in the medical field, the health and wellness field, personal development field, guys, I'm looking for you, right? I need your hands raised, and I would love for you to be able to join the Lightworker series, in which I'm starting at like as soon as possible. And again, if this is something in which that you'll be interested in, by all means, let's go ahead and have a conversation. And so, guys, that's all in which that I have for you. I'm just very super excited about this and the potential and what can happen. This is something, as you see, I have a passion about this. And I love, as far as to be able to create value and to give back, especially here on this platform. But it's not about me. It never was about me. The gifts and talents in which has been given to me by my higher power, it is my obligation and responsibility to be able to share out those gifts and talents. Why? Because of the fact that as a human being, I have that obligation. As a leader, as an entrepreneur, as a professional. So guys, if that's you, if you fit the bill and you are of interest, or if this interests you, let's go ahead and have a conversation. So until then, folks, this concludes another episode of Transformation Greatness along with the Small Business Network podcast. I appreciate each and every single one of you taking the time to even listen as far as on what I have to say. I truly appreciate you. And until then, folks, if what I stated on here either motivated, transformed, or inspired at least one person, then may God be the glory, and I'll take no credit for absolutely none of it. Also, just some special announcements again for the Powerful on Purpose Summit, February 24th, 2024, held by Dr. Tabitha Russell. There's going to be a number of powerhouse speakers. If you haven't gotten your tickets, why you haven't gotten them, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll send you the information for the details. Also, be on the lookout March 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, 2024. We are going to be having the Equal Justice Summit, which is going to be held by Reverend Michael McCorvey. Yours truly will be there as well, which we're going to be highlighting on topics such as equal rights, environmental rights, human trafficking, also social and justice reform, and we're even going to be speaking to the youth as well, the young adults. So if that's something that you're interested in attending or even coming out to support, we can have a conversation around that, as well as with TV and radio opportunities as well, if you would love to dive into that. So that's all I got for you. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. By His grace and mercy, look forward to seeing you all on the next episode. Peace and love, family. Thank you for your time.